Good morning.
Good morning.
We're at yet another convention, so we're flooding. I say we're flooding our YouTube with conventions. We're just embracing our inner nerd, so we're into it at the minute.
We're for the Love of Fantasy.
Yes.
At the XL in London.
Yes. Technically, it's the Sunday, so it's day 2. We were here yesterday, but it was such a busy day because we met the Hobbitses, so we got our photo taken with them. So it was a bit of a rush again. So we didn't do an intro. We filmed a little bit and watched some panels. So it was a bit of a, it's kind of in some ways a bit of a nothing day. We didn't even get to look at all the stalls really, even though it's not that big of an event. I noticed.
Yeah. No, I agree. It seemed like a smaller part of the convention hall. So obviously, when you do MCM, it's like the whole building. Whereas this is sort of one side of it. So
yeah,
a bit complex, but still good.
Yeah, we'll share our thoughts at the end of the vlog on what we think of the event and whether it was worth it. But we'll put in the clips of yesterday in now, and then we'll take you into the convention. Let's go.
You get to meet the Hobbitses. Are you excited? Because you can sort of see them behind the screen. So you finally did it. You got your photo with the Hobbits.
Oh, the sneaky Hobbitses. So we met Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, Billy Boyd and Don Monaghan, and it was, do you know what though? It was a conveyor belt. So you literally just got to be like, hello, snap, bye. And we ended up paying another, I mean, how much did we pay? We paid $3.50 for the photo. Don't judge us. We don't really do this, and it was...
It's the first, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I think it was just because...
it's Lord of the Rings, and it's
I don't
all
think you'll
four
get
of them
another,
together.
I don't think you'll get another chance to do that.
Yeah, we couldn't...
And you grew up with it.
Exactly, like I couldn't not do it. It would have been cool to do it with Ian McKellen, but that was £550.
Yeah.
And we're quite lucky, we met Ian McKellen when we went to see King Lear in London, so I've already got his autograph. Anyway, yeah, so it was in and out, and you get to be like, hello, snap. So I think if you want maybe, I know it's probably the same with autographs, but compared to MCM, yeah, when you met Chris Judge, it's Judge, isn't it? I keep saying Judge. When you met Chris Judge, like he shook his hand and there was a little bit of conversation. So it depends, obviously a photo is a keepsake, but I did notice on their website as well, you have to pay for a digital copy. So I'm curious to know how much it's going to be. Like we'll pop it up somewhere once we know. I might buy it. If it's like 20 quid, I'm not doing it because it's a bit like what.
Well, afterwards, when we had the photo, as you coming out, they had like a framing thing where you get like a backing and stuff like that, and that was £25.
Yeah.
But at least then you've got it more of a keepsake.
But even like the framing, not the frame itself, but the card that it backs onto, it's just paper printouts of the Hobbit, so it's a bit like, it's a bit cheap, but no, we wouldn't do, this isn't a regular thing for us.
I think there's probably only a few people you'd actually get a photo with, and those were one.
I'm a bit like, I got a bit like afterwards, because I just love Lord of the Rings.
I don't know about you, I guess you've done other types of conventions, but it's weird me doing a convention that's specifically for like one genre. So this is like fantasy sort of stuff, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah, you're right. I think that is, well, we've done Anime Con though, that's technically one genre.
I guess,
if you want to be pedantic about it.
Yeah.
So, are we going to see any K-pop Demon Hunter stuff?
I mean, surely.
Marshmallows.
Oh, I love the boxes at the back.
Oh, they're sick. I like the little dinky one.
Oh, yeah.
That's cute. Fresh air. See the hip flasks?
Oh, yeah.
I want some Hobbits.
I've never seen Supernatural. Oh, it's really fun. Or Buffy. They're both fun. guys think about the current war in comedy?
That's not real.
You see, like South Park's late night kind of starting to go a lot more political recently.
South Park has always been political. South Park always takes whatever the most topical cultural thing is and boils it down to its most simplified elements so that you can understand it. When our jokes are like George Bush with a lightsaber. We stay out of politics is dire enough. We'll speak out on the things we need to speak out on when it's meaningful. South Park can make great jokes and everybody can commiserate about the absurd global shit sandwich we're all swallowing. You know what I mean?
So well said. Thank you. This final question right here.
Sorry for our hands and feet. Circle. Look how it works. Here we go back to
My
the beginning.
question is to Britain because you're feeling left out. My son is 9 now, but I introduced him to Clueless when he was 8, and he loves Travis.
Oh, that's a very smart kid.
30 years later,
He's also super into drugs.
wait, he's super into puppy too. Not robot chicken yet.
Yeah, they're being smart. What is Buffy?
How do you feel that Travis is still speaking to children 30 years later?
I think that's the greatest thing ever. The fact that we've been lucky enough to have some films that are to other kids what The Breakfast Club, what Jaws, what Star Wars, well, not that we're like that, but just the memories that they've given is the best thing on the planet. So your son sounds like a genius.
Yes,
It has really good taste.
And a recent anniversary for Clueless as well. So, but let's be honest, 20 years of Robot Chicken, may it continue. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Yes, give it up for London. Keep it going for Robot Chicken. Seth Hack and Rebecca, they're headed back to meet all of the adoring fans here in London.
Oh my god, that's so nice. Problem is, I'm sort of running out of room for like big
Hanging things
artwork.
up, yeah.
So I need to buy like little things.
I like these.
Yeah.
And kind of what are your earliest memories of iterations of vampires?
I have told this story before, but I was not a vampire obsessive. I was a film obsessive. So I had seen the original Nosferatu quite early on, and obviously you're talking about the ability to be able to live forever, to be able to be immortal, and so obviously there's that. And I remember when I got the part of Vampire Bill, I'd read the script, I'd read the pilot, and it's still one of the greatest scripts I've ever read.
Group of people, but I would love to know, Mr. Burke, how you got into the Twilight universe. How did the role start for you?
Well, Catherine Hardwicke, the director of the first movie, asked that I would come in and sit down and talk about stuff. I thought it was just to sit down and talk about stuff, but I went in and met her, and she said, "Do you know what this is?" And I said, "Not really." she said, "You never heard of the Twilight series?" I said, I just hadn't. She said, "Okay, well after we're done here, go home and Google Twilight." I said, "Okay, I'll do that." She goes, "Do you want to read through some scenes?" I'm like, "Sure, let's do that." So we read through some scenes. She goes, "Yeah, go home, Google Twilight." Went home, Googled Twilight, found that it was a bigger thing than I had ever imagined. And a little bit later, maybe a day later, I got a call saying they'd like you to play Charlie. And I said, "Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. How about I grow a weird mustache?"
It's a very strong stash. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I mean, Twilight, as you can see, spans generations. It's a global phenomenon that we all love. But did you know, did you see it, how it grew from film to film? And does it still surprise you today how, look, there's not an empty seat here in the house.
Yeah, I had never, I'd been in the business at that point for, a good 15, 20 maybe years already. I had never really been involved in something that had that much attention around it. So we got to set, and every day there was, just a lot of people around. There were helicopters buzzing above trying to get pictures of the scenes and things like that. It was a little overwhelming, but showed up to the first premiere, and that was, I'd never seen anything like it.
No. Do you think I should get the £45 one?
I think I want.
Yeah, I'm not going to read it.
But for display purposes.
It is for display purposes.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh. Are you going to get one?
I like the wrap.
Because you missed out last time. Was it the Ralph that you were going to get last time?
I think so, yeah.
They're so cool.
Those frame things you get over there, and it was the music sheet with the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Even though these feel like a bit mass produced now.
Yeah, I know. You got me one of Howl's Moving Castle,
Yeah.
didn't you?
I think the more you see it now, I'd rather get something
hand drawn. Or
Yeah.
I don't mind mass produced if it's a hand. So we buy like John Turner stuff. Like
Yeah.
obviously he
designed it.
draws the
yeah.
original and then prints it.
But I feel like these sort of ones are just like almost AI generated type stuff.
I know, but I know what you're saying. Like it's hard to know now like what is truly handmade and not.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have an eye for it, so
Things that you loved growing up, some of it might be represented here at Comic-Con. What were you pretending to be, and who were you trying to emulate as a kid growing up?
Well, I just was in the green room and I saw Sir McKellen, and I have a kind of a fun story about him. When we'd finished shooting Stardust, he was not part of principal photography, and we'd finished shooting the film, and then we were getting ready. They were editing it. They were getting ready, and I was in a restaurant somewhere in London, and as I was walking out, leaving the restaurant, and this hand grabbed my arm, and I kind of was shocked. I looked down, and it was Gandalf. And what had happened was he had been asked to do the voiceover for Stardust, and so he had just seen the film, and then he'd gone to a restaurant and he saw me and recognised me. I think it was probably the first time in my life that anyone had recognised me. And it was Sir McKellen, so it was pretty cool.
Very, very. He's your fan, apparently. I love that. And it's so fun for us to hear these like crossovers of Lord of the Rings and Daredevil. It's just.
But imagine being, 20-something years old and Gandalf grabs your arm in a restaurant. It's terrifying.
Very, very cool.
He's so lovely. He's such a gentleman.
there he is. So we've got our little mushrooms. I like this little one.
are you ready to meet the cast of The Lord of the Rings? Please help me welcome to the stage, Bruce Hopkins. Please welcome Craig Parker. Please welcome David Winnow. Please give a warm London welcome to John Rhys Davies. Please welcome Dominic Monaghan. Let's hear for London. Please welcome Billy Boyd. Please welcome Sean Astin. Please welcome Elijah Wood. And London, please welcome, making his first ever Comic-Con debut, presented by Monoploly Events, Sir Ian McKellen!
You're late.
Hello, Baggins. A wizard is never late.
London, let's keep it going for the cast of The Lord of the Rings! Keep it going!
Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
What an honor. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the cast of The Lord of the Rings.
And that was something special. The love that arrived when the first film came out, do you remember? And then we knew when we went back to make the second and the third of the films that we were making them for a ready-made audience. And you are the residue of that audience. You are the children, maybe, of that audience. But it's a phenomenon, absolute phenomenon. I don't believe there's another series of films in the world that have the same affection from not just the cast, but from the audience too. Good for you.
I had a great time. I'm going to race through it so that we can get to these amazing questions, but I had a great time. It's been lovely to meet all you wonderful people. Thank you.
Hello.
How you been dropping away, so honest? I've had an amazing time too, and I'm looking forward to hearing more from Sir Ian.
And it still amazes me, and it is such a privilege that something that was done 25 years ago still is being talked about and loved with all of us here today. So thank you for coming, and we're all part of the same family, and it is magic. Cheers.
Thank you. We'll go to a question right here in the middle. Hi.
So, hi. I'm a huge fan of all of you guys. So, my name's Livy. As I said, I'm a huge fan of all of you guys. And today is my 10th birthday.
We gotta do it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Livy. Happy birthday.
human animal.
Today, cheetah. After the inside of my mouth feels like the inside of a wag's mouth now after today.
I like ants. Ants are my favourite animal, so I'm going to say ants. I like to work. Keep on working.
I like raccoons.
Yeah, you smell like a raccoon.
Thank you. Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
I do love that early on, as we're getting to know these characters and the Hobbits, that they stop the whole adventure to have their second breakfast. I think that's a wonderful sort of storytelling moment that they just stop everything for their meals. It's lovely.
I've been buzzed all weekend to get a number of people asking me to write a particular quote on when I sign photos, and it's very apt, and it's from our dear late friend Bernard Hill, addressed to him. Your men, my lord, will follow you to whatever end.
I like Fly You Fools. Such an amazing moment in the film, and then the 90 seconds that happens after it was pretty special as well.
Faithless is he who says farewell when the road darkens.
Do you remember the Shire, Mr. Frodo? It'll be springtime soon, the birds will be nesting in the hazel thicket, they'll be sowing barley in the lower fields and eating the first of the strawberries and cream. Let us be done with it once and for all. I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you.
One of Sean's lines. I do not believe any darkness will endure.
The dwarf is so loud we could have shot him in the dark.
Bring your pretty face to my axe.
Thank you so much.
Thank
also,
you.
just wanted to say, Dominic, I loved your role in X-Men. I'm a massive X-Men fan.
Love me. And he kissed me hard on my mouth. Like really kissed me. And it was rough. He has a beard, a man's beard. And I'm a hobbit. And I think I fell in love for a second. And yeah, but it was all to make Sean laugh, you know. And it worked beautifully.
As we've run out of time here, we want to say thank you on behalf of Monoploly Events and on behalf of London. What an honor to make memories with you here in person and make memories, of course, that we'll remember forever on screen. But Sir Ian McKellen, if you wouldn't mind, any final words to the fans here before we let you go for the love of fantasy? You have the floor.
Well, I hear there's going to be another movie set in Middle Earth. And it's going to start filming in May. It's going to be directed by Gollum, and it's all about Gollum. But I'll tell you two secrets about the casting. There's a character in the movie called Frodo. And there's another character called Gandalf. And apart from that, my lips are sealed.
Yes, Natasha, and Sir Ian McKellen. Thank you so much. Keep it going, Forum London. What an amazing cast. Amazing questions from you all. Wow. Thank you so much. On behalf of Monoploly Events, one more time, make some noise. Yes. You guys have been an incredible cast. Thank you so much.
So that is it. That is the end of our Comic-Con weekend. We've been sat on the floor for about 4 hours.
My legs are dead.
Was it worth it though?
Yeah. I really enjoyed like the Lord of the Rings panel. That was definitely the highlight of the convention.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't really get starstruck. I don't always do celebrities. It's not really my thing. I don't follow celebrity news. Like, we're not really but this to me is very different. It's like my childhood.
That's it. It's
and,
movies you grew up with to obviously get the opportunity to see so many on so close.
Like the thing is, when you come to things like this, they seem to appreciate their fans, and there's a lot of these people come across very genuine, and it's really nice. And it was just it was a great panel. I don't know, I'm just it's a massive bucket list thing for me doing this, and we paid a lot of money for the photo, but again, I probably won't get this chance again to do it. So
I think that's it. You don't normally spend that, so to get the opportunity, you got to take it. So.
Yeah. In terms of the event itself, it's not my favourite convention. I think it's worth coming to if there's guests that you want, because what I got from it is very guest heavy. So if you are here to meet your favourite fan bases, like this year it was of course, other than Lord of the Rings, there was a big Supernatural. There was 2 Supernatural panels, so there was a lot of Supernatural cast here. Yeah. And I think last year there was quite a bit from Vampire Diaries, and I'm sure there was a group of people last year from a particular franchise. So it seems that's what their big focus is on, and it's about just under £30 a ticket. So it's not, it's under 30 a ticket. So it's not a terrible price. I just wish there was a little bit more to do outside meeting celebrities and the panels, because sometimes we did paint in the mushrooms, although they didn't give us all our mushrooms back. We think they gave some away, and there wasn't as many stalls in Artist Alley and that, so maybe the event will grow. I don't know how long it's been going on for, to be fair.
I think this is the
second year, so I hope it grows and gets bigger, because actually they could probably do a lot with it as well. Would we come back?
Like you said, I think we'll come back if there was guests that we really want to see. Other than that, I don't think there's enough to do, certainly a whole weekend worth.
Yeah, and we only did the 2 days because we found out we'd booked the Saturday, but we found out today, they only announced the schedule a few days ago that the Lord of the Rings panel was today, and we were like, well, that's kind of part of the reason we're going. So we ended up doing both days. I will say the crowd control was a bit rubbish. It was a bit chaotic. Same with the photos, it wasn't very well. Area D is where we were for the photos, but it wasn't very clear on what queue was what, and the same for, we were sat on the floor because there just weren't enough chairs in the panel area, so a lot of people sat and stood on the floor to the side, but then you couldn't block certain ways, and it was just it felt a bit chaotic, and I don't want to compare conventions because they're also very different for different reasons, but at MCM, when they knew they were having a popular panel at the main stage was kind of blocked off, and you could pre-book entry to it. You didn't have to pay for it, but yeah, you could pre-book entry, and it's a noisy child. So maybe something like that, because I feel sorry for anyone getting here last minute, because I suspect the crowd for both Supernatural and Lord of the Rings was huge. It felt it, but because we were sat near the front, it wasn't so bad. We were sort of crammed in though.
Yeah.
But all in all, it's most excellent, and I feel like my life is complete now. I'm honestly.
Yeah, no. I totally agree. It's really fun. But I think we're going to end it here because I'm hungry. I want to get some food, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.